I think that was pretty evident on the final score, but I think that's a pretty good way to start the tournament.
Questions? Game where the starters, I mean, both only went 5, but in the end, it came down to those bullpens, didn't it?
Yeah, I think you can look across baseball, and I think the team that wins in these moments a lot of times comes down to bullpen work and how effective you are out of the bullpen. And they just made a couple more pitches than we did today out of their pen. But again, Guillermo competed hard for us. Great effort. We hope the bullpen would come out and kind of solidify the middle of that game. It didn't happen, so we move on to tomorrow. But proud of the way he competed for 5 innings.
Scratch across 12, and I guess for a while you had 3 runs on 11 hits. Did you feel maybe you didn't take advantage of enough opportunities through the early innings anyway?
Well, I think you can look at it a couple ways. I thought, first of all, their guy made some big pitches and big moments. And the second thing is I thought we had a couple of really good swings with men on base that Benintendi made some really good plays in center field on, too. I think those are those kind of swing plays. You can think of a couple swings, the line drives to center field, and I thought the third baseman made a really good play with the man at first, nobody out, and took a double away from a guy with a line drive down the line. So, I thought both clubs can look at it a lot different ways. I thought they made a couple pitches when they needed to, but I was proud of the way we made a couple good swings and some big moments too.
You mentioned Benintendi. Talk about him and just got named National Player of the Year watching him play today.
Well, he played like it. There's no question about that. He was really good offensively. Obviously, he had several hits today, and he took a couple away. I thought the 2 plays he made in center field made him look pretty easy. I thought both balls had a chance to get over his head, and he made it look pretty easy. So he's an outstanding player.
Guillermo, you got through the lineup a couple times, and then the 6th inning. Can you kind of talk about how you were feeling at that point, knowing the top of the lineup was coming up right there?
I mean, they just found the holes. They got a couple of hits, and that was it for me.
Coach, you went to the lefty for Benintendi. You had runners on first and second. What do you think about the matchup and obviously the result?
Well, I mean, we brought him in, so we felt like the matchup was what was best for us at that time. Hayden's come in, and I know you guys have seen his numbers. He's had an outstanding year out of the bullpen. He's come in a lot of spots just like that and been able to execute some pitches. But again, it's not. I don't think it comes down to him or what he did or did not do. I thought they made a couple good swings again. I think. You look at those 2 innings they have a 4-run inning in the 5th or the 6th, whatever it was, and I think the 2-run inning in the 8th turned out to be huge too. But you look at those 2 innings, I think the 4-run inning they sent the first 6 guys they send to the plate, they get 5 hits, and one's a sacrifice bunt, and 4 runs go on the board. And then the 2-run inning, they had back-to-back singles and a triple, and that's how we got to do a better job of just getting some outs in between a couple of those hits. I think if we do that, then it's a different game. But Hayden's been in that situation for us all year long, and we feel very comfortable. If it comes up again, he'll be the guy we go to again.
What does that top of the 9th mean for you going forward? Does that mean anything?
Sure. I think anytime you have a chance to score and make those comebacks, I think that's good. It shows that we have some resiliency. We talked yesterday in some of these press conferences. One of the things that we like so much about this club is, some of the toughness it's displayed all year long and some of the resiliency we've played with. And I think that's evident in the 9th inning here today.
Ryan, you had a 3-1 lead, but it felt like it could have been a little bit more with the guys left on base. Was that an issue to you as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think you want to leave any of them out there because in games like this it comes down to 1 or 2 runs most of the time. So those are all moments. But again, I thought we made good swings in a lot of those moments too. So and you got to give their guy credit. He made some big pitches when he needed to and got out of a couple jams and forced us to do that. So I don't think you can point to one thing and say these are the reasons why. But again, I thought a heck of a way to start the tournament.
You have faced Oklahoma State and Arkansas. Is there any comparison between those 2 teams as the opponent?
You know what? I think if you look at them as a whole, there's a lot of comparisons. I think they're very similar type club. I think the one thing you look at when you just walk them out there is they're both really athletic type clubs. They can beat you in a lot of different ways. They're the athleticism up and down the lineup. You can see guys running, hitting, running, bunting. So I think that's very very similar to what they do at Oklahoma State. So I think both those clubs mirror each other in a lot of ways.
Anything else?
Brian, can you talk about Chi making his big league debut tomorrow and just what that means for your program to have another?
Yeah. You know, it's big. We got word of it yesterday a little bit, and you know, obviously very proud of Chi and the way he's stepped out there and represented the university. But it's big. A lot of the guys on the club now have played with him, and to be able to say that you played with a guy who's now pitching in the big leagues and you're still playing in college, I think is pretty special. You know, he made a quick rise to get this opportunity, but obviously very proud of what he's done to this point in his career, and it's bright. He's got a chance to stay up there. We understand that, and you know, we'll be pulling for him tomorrow night.
Guillermo, you were nodding along with that. What does his debut mean to a guy like you?
I mean, I'm proud as well. He was my teammate 2 years ago, and I learned a lot from him. So it'll be really cool to see him, get to watch him on TV now.
Anything else for ORU? Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.